new PR move they tried to do did not work. It actually made things a whole lot worse.
Something that I think a lot of people really need to think about in life, and it's taking chances and chances on yourself. Like when you invest in yourself, a lot of times when you invest in yourself, you end up seeing the full results of your hard work all because of what you put in. Well, I think a lot of times when you look at people doing deals, they put so much into their sales that they think it's a good deal to go ahead and sell their rights over to a company that don't really give a damn about their well-being. I think the Breakfast Club is the prime example of something like that. Check this out. Just hear this.
Ain't just always starting some shit,
Always
yo.
starting some.
But I promise I was not trying to do nothing like that, yo.
Cleopatra says, Jess, when you going live, that's the problem.
No, we don't want to go live.
Nah.
When she go live, that's the problem.
She need parental controls. What's the new teen thing that they doing? She needs controls on her thing.
Yo,
Is there a show out there that the internet wishes on the downfall of more than Breakfast Club? YouTube is definitely suppressing anybody's content that went over to Netflix.
Oh man, so like I told y'all, man, leave it to Jess and she gonna put us on game as far as what's going on. You feel me? So
My man is so right. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't get it twisted. I think that they told Jess, yo, go ahead and spread that word. I don't think that she just went out there. One of the reasons why is because when you look at their body action and everything, I think a lot of times you can tell that people feel as though that they did a bad deal. But this is the thing that people don't. I'm not gonna say people don't understand, but if you read the contract, Breakfast Club ain't had nothing to do with the deal. It was iHeart that sold the rights. iHeart, I think, feel as though that they don't care much about the show that as they used to. So they chose to do a deal like that they thought was a lucrative deal that was going to give them a lot of leeway. Well, it turned out to become something that kind of backfired on them. Most of the people that watch the Breakfast Club, such as myself, have found myself not wanting to watch it because I started noticing I see clips, and then next thing you know, I'm like, when was this person on the show? So when you see a person on the show, you're like, well, how come I'm not seeing this? It did not dawn on me that you had to go over to Netflix. I was not paying that any mind. Mind you, I have Netflix, but I do not want to watch an interview on Netflix. I just don't. So, hey, it is what it is.
well, I think Jess a little too honest for this corporate job. She's still adjusting. It's almost like a year since her crash out. Y'all remember when she dropped down the fourth wall and talked to us about what was going on with the tension between her and Lauren LaRosa. Now, since then, the Breakfast Club has gotten over that hump and they've been playing great. So good that they were building crazy momentum leading into this new year, and then they announced a new Netflix deal. Now, we just recently went over the Breakfast Club fans' complaints getting so loud that Jess acknowledged that shit. Let me run that clip in case y'all missed it.
I ain't gonna lie, yo, since Breakfast Club been on Netflix, man, our engagement, our people be, all the fans that we built up over time, well, that they built up, I just got here, that they built up over time on YouTube, oh my God, they feel neglected because Netflix was like, nope, we want all of it. Y'all can't have no other social media presence, none. So now we gotta find other content to do that can go on our other platforms. But it's okay, because Jess Hilarious got that in a bag, shorty. So make sure y'all tune into Jess's Thoughts.
But since
This is another thing I did not know. I did not know that Jess Hilarious' previous setup that she had for her podcast, I didn't know that they took the rights for that. So that's why, if you notice, when she said Jess's Thoughts, when it used to be labeled something else, they took her rights for that. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's starting to look as though that people are starting to play that Dame Dash interview back. I seen a couple people talking about it. I think a lot of times people think that's a joke when they say that you build yourself up to be so big, you actually bigger than the operation because you able to carry that over to other sources. I don't think Charlamagne, Envy, and them realize that. But I understand that they're under a corporate microscope. So iHeart has them under contract. But the sad part about it was they was coming up with new contract. They was coming up to the new contract negotiations. And during the negotiations, I guess that's when it was presented to them that iHeart was selling the show over to Netflix. And when I say selling the show over, meaning the rights to the show. So when you think about that, even though they signed to iHeart, they really not. iHeart basically do the damn show away over to Netflix, but on the profit off of it, and it's not doing what you thought it was going to do. It didn't. Just not, and just is exposing it. But not only exposing it, you cannot ignore it. When you coming on with a live show and you seeing interviews that's being posted online, and you sitting there like, wait a minute, when did that interview come out? When you used to watching them on YouTube, it does not hit the same. It just does not.
Then Charlamagne has been squabbling with fans on Twitch on a live stream, discussing the Netflix deal, discussing Jess comments and shit like that, but really just standing in the paint telling fans that they still working out some kinks. Now, he did accept a lot of criticism. He agreed with some things. But one thing that he did say that was interesting is that he believes that YouTube is suppressing any platform that went and did this deal with Netflix, because Netflix announced they wanted to compete with YouTube. So hold on tight, man. We can get into all that, but first thing first. All right, so I got to put y'all on the freecash.com. Now, when I first heard
I'm gonna say this. I do think that Charlamagne might have a point. I think that when he said that they're suppressing um the clips, I don't think they're suppressing the clips. I think they're monetized through Netflix, which means you cannot broadcast their clips. Remember this. Remember, it was a time I even got flagged one time. I posted a clip. Not even a clip. I did a reaction to when Jess snapped out on them when she felt betrayed, and I had to pull the video down. And that was before they ever did that Netflix deal. So this is where we at now. I think we just at a point where as though you're going to start to see a lot of things start to change up when it comes to this media sector. And the sad part about it is when you come to the media sector, you tend to think that, you know what I mean, everything is going to work out good for you. But what tends to happen is it does not work out good for you because it just turns to backfire on you. You know what I mean? Like it just does. I want to show you one.
It's looking bad for the Breakfast Club. The end is near. This
My man right here is really going into the Breakfast Club, and I like what he's saying right here because he makes a lot of sense.
new PR move they tried to do did not work. It actually made things a whole lot worse. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I wanted to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is an app where you can make money predicting current events. I put money on what the weather is gonna be every day on Kalshi. I check the weather app when I wake up. And really all I do is I look at what the highest temperature is gonna be for the day. Then I go on Kalshi and place a prediction on what I think the highest temperature is gonna be for the day. I'll say probably 7 out of 10 times my weather prediction hits. Sometimes it doesn't hit. But if you wanna get paid by predicting weather on a daily basis, you can do so on Kalshi by clicking the link in my description and downloading the app and using code FLACO to get $10 on your first deposit. In our last video, we discussed how the Breakfast Club has completely lost cultural relevancy. They're absolutely washed. Their own fans are turned against them for a move that I describe as everything wrong with capitalism, just absolutely greedy. And the fans is making it known. One fan says, well, I thought y'all was bigger than the program. They control y'all. Now y'all should know that. Me confused why I couldn't find an Eva Marcel interview on YouTube the other day. Just a ploy. Just wait till this Paramount Warner Brothers deal goes through. Artists will lose more control. That's what happens when a company you work for sign over control. Y'all are just mindless puppets, but I mean the mindless part has always been there. Everyone who ever hated on Tyler, shall fall by the way. Yo, people are absolutely like dreading this move the Breakfast Club made, but only them are the last one to realize they made a mistake. One fan says what Netflix is doing with these shows and podcasts is their attempt to destabilize YouTube. They want to be the new YouTube, and the folks at the Breakfast Club got hypnotized by that bag they gave them that they don't see. That is killing the brand. The Breakfast Club is over. Listen here and
I don't think the Breakfast Club is over, but what I do think is going to happen, I'm gonna be real with you. I think what's going to actually happen is they're going to come back to the table. They're actually probably right now looking at everything right now, looking at the analytics, looking at all the views that they're getting, look at the comments, and they're looking at that, and they're probably talking to Netflix right now, trying to figure certain things out because it's not working. People not tuning into Netflix to watch the Breakfast Club. They're just not. And it's sadly, matter of fact, I'll show you right now. I got Netflix right now on everything. And when you look right here, you look, you see it right here on my phone. I got everything going on. But this is the bad part. This is the bad part about Netflix. I go on Netflix for movies, not interviews. And if I'm in an interview type of, basically, if I'm in a mood for an interview, it's normally something like killing or something like that. I'm not saying kill, but I'm just saying them little documentaries that talk about everything or talk about a serial murder or whatnot. It is what it is. I'm interested in that because everybody was talking about it on Netflix. I am not interested in watching something that I'm used to watching on my cell phone. You know, this is what's going to break the audience up from Netflix. So, I mean, not Netflix, from the Breakfast Club. So, hopefully, they can get it together and learn to realize that sometimes it's not good to always sell to a company that you think is going to put you in a good space when they actually making y'all go backwards. All right. Be safe, y'all. Peace and love. Like and subscribe.